I'm gonna talk to you guys about making and losing a small fortune trading. I've had winning years trading and I've had losing years trading. And excuse me. I'm gonna explain to you the difference in mindset and lifestyle in my winning years compared to my losing years, and share this with you in a way that hopefully can save you from picking up the bad habits or following the wrong people. So let's get into it. Welcome in, much love, fam. Trav here. Yeah, I've had some good times and some bad times, and I want you to emulate the good times and stay away from the bad times. Now, in trading, a lot of things you're gonna have to learn on your own, but a lot of things you don't have to learn on your own, and I'm hoping that you can learn without having to go through it. To a certain extent, losing years are maybe necessary, but I was initially profitable in my first couple years trading, and essentially what I was doing, I wasn't trading just to trade. I saw an opportunity with the money printing of COVID. A lot of people made money here, and realized that the inflation was going to come and the value of everything was going to go up. So I was like, I need to preserve my money. It's going to rot in the dollar. I need to just put it into good assets. So I ended up putting it mostly into Bitcoin. It did awesome. And then I wasn't perfect, but I did get out as the market started to go down at the end of 2021. And I made a lot of money. I held my main positions for over a year. And my mindset was preserving my money, protecting my money. And it was based on fundamental and understanding. I was trying for long-term capital gain tax, which I succeeded at, and I had the idea of, just being patient. I didn't take many trades. The only trades I took were additional entries where I got all the money I could get my hands on. It was high conviction, and added on to buy more Bitcoin and buy more Bitcoin and buy more Bitcoin. And whatever money came in, I used it to buy more Bitcoin. And my mindset wasn't trying to make a profit through trading. I was trying to protect my money and grow what I had. And I was trying to add to my trade by working. So I was super busy. I was working full time. And I was side hustling on top of that. So I was in a position that was awesome. I was able to put away a couple grand every month in savings and just add that to my investment every month, and just adding on top of my initial investment that I had and whatever other money came in. So I didn't understand charts. I just looked at the price basically on a daily basis. And yeah, I wasn't trading, and I was I was too busy to fuck with the position anyways. So that's what my winning trading looks like. And I think you can do this. You're super busy and you invest in good assets that you believe in, and you just think about the future of the world. Now, obviously were good markets for that. That wouldn't have worked very well in 2022. Although in 2022, you could have invested in energy and commodities. That was a good year for that because of that inflation. But I didn't make money in 2022. I lost money, and I also lost money in 2023. And the difference in 2020 and 2021 compared to 2022 and 2023 was, before I was incredibly busy working on a lot of other things. Now in 2022, 2023, I had all the time in the world for trading. I wanted to spend all my time on trading. I wanted to look at the charts. I wanted to take a lot of trades. I wanted to experience trading. And I had the mindset of wanting to, not trying to protect my money, but trying to book a profit every day or every week. So taking profits. So a lot more shorter term trades, a lot more shorts, a lot more take profits, and so on. And a lot more time invested, and also less time to add, because I quit my job, and then I started reducing, and then finally cut my side hustles. And then there's a point where my only income was from trading, and then I was losing money trading. And it's like, it was just a terrible scenario. So most of my mistakes, well, I feel like I look back to what I missed out on during those times in terms of my trading and in terms of failing to make money. And it was usually overplaying the short side, not holding on to long trades long enough. Because in general, you pick a good asset, whether it's gold, Bitcoin, um, the stock market, your choice. If it's a good asset, yes, it goes down sometimes, and yes, there's bear markets, but it will tend to go up. So you really want to. The cheat code is simple, as and investors know this. You pick the right assets. You can try to time the market, but time in the market is important to let those longs play out. Focus on the long side. Let the position snowball and trade rarely. So, me having gone through all this experience, I'm going back and have been going back this year to what I did in 2020 and 2021. It's going a lot better. Staying away from shorter term trades, picking the strongest assets. For the stronger assets, focusing on being long only, focus on longer holds, intelligent use of leverage, and also filling up my time. You guys know I've been talking about it. I started I didn't want to go get a job. I wanted to start some interesting business instead, but I started a hiking adventure business, which has been going great. I covered all my expenses this month just through that business. I do life coaching. I'm on YouTube. I sell my trading strategy, the indicator that I have. There's a link to that down below. So now I have, even outside of, and I'm doing a little landscaping with a friend. So I have like 4 streams of income plus trading. So I'm able to actually save money to top up my trading account, like in 2020, 2021. And I'm not just playing protectively or like risking to try to make money today. I'm trying to have an investment strategy that grows as the money supply grows. So what that system is, made it simpler. I'll talk about the system briefly, but my behavior is kind of more important. But for that system, my focus is on the US stock markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, gold, and a little bit of silver. And it's buying dips with wide stop losses and pyramiding on by buying breakouts with wide stop losses with no take profit. The stop loss advances with new entries, so at some point it's going to come back and stop you out. But it's quite simple and doesn't produce many signals. So going back to, instead of watching the charts, if I get an indicator or if I get an email alert or a text alert, I'll go put on the trade, but otherwise I don't even need to log in and look. So over the time, I'm also working on developing other strategies. There's a little bit more to it, but that's the basic. But that relies on me being busy, because again, if I want to, like, oh, I need to make some money this week, I'm going to try to make it through the market. It's just such a bad mentality to have of not thinking about preservation, but thinking about trying to make money. So I mean, even I made a bunch of money with the Bitcoin long spot buy, but I wasn't trying to make a lot of money. I was trying to preserve my money because I knew that if I kept it in dollars, I would be losing it, right? Because of inflation. So, but then when inflation was high, instead of preserving it, I was thinking I need to make money today. So, yeah, lesson learned is when people come to me and they're like, I don't have that much capital, I'm trying to flip it through trading. Is your system work in the short term? I'm like, you're probably just going to lose everything you have with that mentality, honestly. If you don't have any money, trading's not the way to go. You should go and get a job and save money, right? I mean, it should be about preservation of capital. Like, the more capital you have, the easier it is. So whatever you can do to raise your capital base, and because if you make 10% a year, but you've got $1 million, it's a totally different thing than if you make 10% a year off of $10,000, right? So focus on growing your capital in whatever way you can. And part of that is through investing for the big trends in the long term and ignoring, yeah, trying to avoid the short side, trying to let your longs run, get out of the way, and go live a life, touch grass. So even now I'm thinking about how do I get busier with more side hustles, or more maybe get a really interesting job. Like I'm thinking about trying to get on these dolphin tours that go near my house, just as something fun to do. I've never worked on a boat, and it's as much of making me busy and getting me away from the charts as it is about making money. So yeah, if you have a full-time job, perfect. You're gonna do better than day trading. I almost only hear horror stories from day trading. I very rarely hear people who are actually successful. There are, obviously, but it's not common. So yeah, it is what it is. That's how we do it. And as I record this video, I'm sitting in some longs in the stock market, Bitcoin, Solana, super wide stops. I'm just waiting for the next signal whenever that comes and making myself busy. So appreciate y'all. Much love. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.